This is the story of a man who had nothing, no money, no future, no hope, until he discovered one simple secret. He started waking up 12 a.m. every single morning, and in just 90 days, his entire life completely changed. What he did in those early morning hours will shock you, and it might just be the answer you have been searching for. Before we start, I want to ask you something. What time are you listening to this right now? Where are you from? Drop a comment below and tell me, and please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like. In a small town where human works day and night, there live a 29-year-old man named Marcus. Marcus worked in a graveyard shift cleaning job at a towering downtown office building. Every night at 10 p.m. he walked through the empty halls, scrubbing floors that gleamed under fluorescent lights, emptying trash from desks still warm from people who'd left hours earlier, wiping surfaces while the city outside slept. He finished at 6 a.m. stepped into the pale dawn light smelling of bleach and defeat, and trudged home to a damp basement apartment with cracked walls, a thin mattress on the concrete floor, a single bulb that flickered like his hope, and a fridge that hummed louder than it cooled anything. His shoes had holes worn through the soles. His clothes carried the faint chemical stench no amount of washing could remove. His back ached constantly from bending and lifting. But the deepest pain was invisible. He felt like life was happening without him. While others built careers, families, dreams, Marcus slept through the daylight hours, collapsing at 7 a.m. and waking groggy around 3 or 4 p.m., just in time to eat something quick, stare at the wall, and head back to the same endless cycle. He lived backwards. The world moved forward, he stayed stuck. No one called him for advice. No one asked how he was doing. Friends had drifted away years ago. Opportunities? They never knocked on basement doors. He told himself this was just how it was for people like him: hard work, low pay, no escape. Until one freezing night changed everything. His phone rang during a quiet moment on shift. It was his younger sister, voice trembling. Their single mother had collapsed again. The chronic illness had flared worse than ever. Hospital bills were stacking like bricks on her chest. "Marcus," his sister whispered through tears, "Mom keeps asking for you. She says she doesn't have much time left. We can't keep doing this alone. We need you to be more than this. Please. Find a way." The words landed like a hammer. He finished the shift in numb silence, mopping the same spot over and over. Walking home through the empty streets as the sky lightened, he felt something break inside. Not defeat this time, but a quiet, burning resolve. He sat on the edge of his mattress staring at the clock, 6:47 a.m. Another day slipping away. But not anymore. That evening, before another shift, he stopped at a dimly lit 24-hour diner for black coffee to fight the fatigue. An older woman sat at the counter, Ms. Elena, retired but still sharp, running a small online consulting side business from her laptop. She noticed his slumped shoulders, the exhaustion etched into his face. They started talking. When Marcus quietly admitted he felt trapped forever, like the night shift had stolen his life, she set her cup down and looked him straight in the eye. "You think the answer is grinding harder in those same dark hours?" she asked softly. "No. The real secret is the hours the rest of the world ignores, 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. midnight. That's when the silence is deepest. No notifications. No people. No excuses. Your mind is raw, focused, powerful after you've rested. While everyone else dreams, you build. Sleep earlier in the evening. Wake at midnight sharp, no snooze. 2 hours of pure ownership. First hour to learn a skill that actually pays, second hour to strengthen your body and sharpen your plan. Commit to 90 days. No negotiations. No weekends off. Show me real discipline, and I'll guide you further. Marcus almost laughed. Wake at midnight right after finishing a full night shift at 6 a.m. It sounded impossible. His body would rebel. Sleep would be fractured. But Ms. Elena slid him a simple card with her number. Text me your first small win after 30 days. Or don't. The midnight hours don't wait for belief, they wait for action. He went home that night replaying his sister's voice, his mother's struggle. He decided, enough. No more excuses. He restructured his entire day, starting immediately for sustainable rest and those magic midnight hours. Shift ends at 6 a.m. straight home, blackout curtains drawn tight, sleep deeply from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., solid 8 hours to recover from the physical night work. No screens after 7 p.m. Phone on airplane mode across the room, in bed by 8 p.m. sharp. Alarm set for 11:55 p.m., pulling him awake into the silent midnight window, well before his next shift at 10 p.m., he could catch a short nap later if exhausted, but the priority was those 2 focused hours. The first night, alarm piercing the darkness at midnight. Body heavy, protesting every movement. Eyes burning from the shift. He forced himself up, brewed strong tea, sat in the pitch-quiet apartment, no hum of traffic, no neighbors, just the clock ticking and possibility. 12 to 1 a.m., first hour, free YouTube tutorials on digital marketing and social media management. Skills he could learn remotely, apply anywhere, turn into freelance income. He watched intently on his cracked phone screen, paused to take furious notes in a cheap notebook, practice creating sample posts, add copy, audience targeting strategies. 1 to 2 a.m., second hour, 30 minutes of intense bodyweight exercises in the cramped space, push-ups until his arms shook, squats, planks that burned his core. Then 30 minutes journaling. Writing down goals, listing 3 concrete actions for the day ahead, visualizing a life where he paid the bills, got his mother proper care, stood tall for his sister. No distractions. Just raw effort. The first week was hell. Sleep felt fractured, main block after shift, but the midnight wake-up hit like a wall. Muscles screamed from workouts. Mind wandered to the warm bed. Doubt whispered, this is stupid. Quit. But every time he wanted to hit snooze, he pictured his mother's hospital bed, his sister's tears. He pushed through. 90 days. No excuses. By day 10, small shifts, he woke naturally a minute before the alarm. Body adapting to the rhythm. Energy stabilizing, not perfect, but consistent. Workout started feeling good instead of punishing. Tutorials clicked, he understood algorithms, content calendars, basic analytics. Week 3, momentum built. He created real mock campaigns, built a tiny free portfolio on platforms like Behance and LinkedIn. Confidence crept in. He lost the sluggish weight from inconsistent eating and no movement. Colleagues at the office building noticed during shifts, "Marcus, you look different. Sharper. What's up?" He smiled quietly, "I'm changing my life 2 hours at a time." Around day 40, opportunity knocked quietly. While cleaning a small business tenant's office, he casually shared a quick social media tip he'd learned. The owner, stressed about low engagement, asked if Marcus could mock up a simple plan. He did it that very midnight. Delivered the next night. The owner paid him a small fee on the spot. "This is good. Can you handle our page ongoing?" First paid gig. Word spread slowly among other tenants and small shops in the building. Marcus was reliable, creative, affordable. More freelance requests trickled in, managing posts, running basic ads, growing followers. Each project refined in those silent midnight hours. By day 90, he had 3 steady clients. Monthly income had tripled his cleaning wage. Enough to quit the graveyard shift on good terms. No dramatic scene, just a polite notice, a handshake, and freedom. He moved his family to a modest but bright 2-bedroom apartment closer to quality medical care. Bills paid. Medicine stocked. His mother smiled through the phone, "I can breathe easier now, son. The midnight habit never stopped. Even after the promotion to full-time remote digital marketer, and later his own small agency, Marcus still set the alarm for 11:55 p.m. Those 2 hours became sacred, studying trends, creating content, planning growth, staying disciplined. It wasn't just a routine anymore, it was who he was. Years later, people who knew the old Marcus, the tired cleaner fading into the night, would see him working from a clean home office in the quiet hours and whisper, he flipped his whole life just by claiming the midnight silence. Marcus would tell anyone who asked the same simple truth: it wasn't the clock. It wasn't magic. It was the peace, no one to interrupt, no world to pull you away. In those 2 undisturbed hours when everyone slept, I built skills nobody could take, strength nobody could break, and a future I finally owned. I won the midnight. So the days started winning me. Success isn't loud announcements or overnight wins. It's quiet, consistent choices in the hours others ignore. Your midnight is waiting right now. The silence is yours if you claim it. Set that alarm for 11:55 p.m. tonight. Commit to 90 days, no excuses, no snooze. Use those 2 hours with ruthless focus. What will you build while the world dreams? Your future is listening. Don't hit snooze.